So this was the first warm-up climb of the day. It was a quite simple 6+ on the green holds. The holds were quite deceiving. At some places they were a bit too slopey, but generally it didn't cause any issues and went fairly good. For the second climb, I decided to do the 7 minus, which was next to it. It was surprisingly better holds than on the green one. The main issue would have been that the moves were quite long and stretched out, so for shorter people it would be dynamic, but it was a nice warm up. After I warmed up, I quickly went on to the 8+ from last time, where I had my first try last time. I fell in the overhanging section. This time I knew exactly what the holds were like, what the moves were like, so I went into it more confidently. Once I arrived at the overhang section, I made a longer rest and moved into the holds. As I said last time, they were very positive and in cut. You just had to climb it very efficiently. I was very comfortable on them. I felt very strong since it was quickly after my warm-up routes. There was nothing major complicated about the overhanging section. I matched this very good hold, went up with the left hand, again was very in cut hold, clipped, then went out with the right hand to the next hold and went with the left one quickly further, matched it and went straight out left. This hold is very good. The last time I fell on this next move where I grabbed the next hold as a pinch instead of on the top. Now I knew how to grab it and made a big move with the right hand to the next hold. From then on, I knew I would be able to climb it. It was just about holding it all together. I stepped out with the left foot on this volume. It was quite a small foot, but it felt okay. I brought my other foot up, and at this point I felt that I was getting very pumped. So I powered on all the way to the end. There were a couple of moves to do on. Well, it's quite good holds, but once you have climbed this entire thing, they become not as good. The last hold, it was felt a bit slopey and felt insecure. I barely could clip the chains, but I did it, and success. Thereafter, I continued with another 8+, which was my first try on it. The first couple of holds were very positive, and I felt very comfortable on the climb, but I knew that it had to change at some point if it is a 8+ or an A+. At this point, the first real tricky move came. It was quite a high right foot with a not so good right hand. It was very, very slopey and knocked it out. From there, I had to stretch myself very far with the right hand to grab the next hold. Here, I was standing a bit and was considering my next moves. And I realized I had to go out left to this hold, and this was the major tricky move for me. I rested here for so long trying to figure out what the next move is. I even used the other side of the wall to kind of get a good resting position. As you can see, I'm going back and forth until I figured out what to do. The main solution was to get my right foot up and then press out from that. Thereafter, it continued with simply bad holds and very tricky foot movements, just going basically from left to right, up and down. It didn't feel so secure. The main crux move came around here, where you had to basically make a very, very long movement with the right foot, with the right hand, to push yourself over and rock yourself over on the right foot, and then get to the top that way. It felt good, but also a bit insecure. After this, I moved on to this blue 8+, which was kind of the same type of route, where quite technical moves, a lot to pay attention on the feet, like the RAS route, but it was quite better holds, I would say. Nevertheless, it became a bit tricky around here in the first place, where you have to step up with the left foot and then grab out into this in-cut hold on the left, shoulder remove. From there on, you have to get your right foot up and then rock over onto it to grab a hold on the right. Quite up, so basically push into it. I clipped from this move, and my foot popped. I knew that I was able to move to make the move. It was simply that my foot popped from it. Not because of it. Nevertheless, I knew that I would make it the next time. So I checked out the rest of the route, which there was nothing majorly complicated about it, other than towards the top. Around right here, you had to use this volume on the left, but it had no foothold on it. You just basically pressed against it from two very bad holds, and then grab up with the right hand to a very, very small crimp. There was basically no edge to it, and basically latch onto it. Once you had it, then it was two more harder moves to the top, where you matched that hold, and then from then on you had to make a long move with the I believe it was right hand up to a very small hold, double that, and then make a very long move to the top. These moves felt not so secure as I would have liked, but I did it first try, so I knew that if I keep it together, I would be able to do it again on my second go. It felt okay. It was a nice route, but it was a pity that my foot popped on the first try. Nevertheless, I knew that I would be able to do it next try. I came back down, rested up, and then went for the next go. And on the second go of the Blue 8 Plus, I already knew the moves, and I knew where I need to pay attention with my right foot, so it shouldn't pop again on this on the volume coming up. I'm back up onto it, did the move out left, which again is quite a shoulder move. It felt good this time again, nothing majorly complicated there. I proceeded to step up with my right foot onto the volume once again, and made sure that I put enough pressure on the foot to make it not pop. Pressed out with the left hand onto the hold on the right. Again, very good hold. Made sure to clip from here this time, not from below. It made it more efficient, but I knew that the hold was good. From then on, I climbed on towards the top. Most of these moves are really simple, good holds. Towards the top, I knew that the crux of the route is coming from this volume. I did not feel very comfortable in this position, so I was trying to basically find better feet and better holds. You just need to accept that it's not good and make the move up. I found that it felt easier this time with the left foot, and then just pop up and grab it. It felt more secure than last time, and nevertheless it was very small, and kind of feels like a 50-50 chance if I'm going to hold it or not. There was a quite good hold next to it, from where you can pull on further. This next hold, it was quite small. You had to double it from the left side, and it didn't feel very secure. And then this last move it doesn't look far from here, but it felt very far, and I did not believe in myself. To take a few breaths, and then from there I could pop up and grab onto it. The last route, I decided to do this 8 minus on black holds. I felt very intimidated by this route due to the fact that in the overhanging section there were a lot of holds, and I wasn't really sure of what they're going to be. Max did it last time, and he told me that they're very good and very in cut, but on the green, it was also very good and very uncut, and they were quite less. So I didn't really know how to approach this route, but I thought, okay, whatever, it's the last route of the day, so let's just give it my all. Once I arrived at this point, I realized that, yeah, they are truly better than the green holds. Not all of them. There were a couple which were a bit slopey, but most of the others they had in the back of them. So it climbed very logically, and there was also no concern of the many holds, let's say. And the moves logical from while climbing, so it was quite easy to answer. These two holds which are coming up, they were not the best. I decided also not to clip until I reach the next best hold, which was left. I then, if I remember correctly, had to go out to the left side, where the holds became very good again, much better than the last few and the overhang. It was a bit pumped. Due to that, I had a lot during this day. The last couple of moves, they were about holding it all together, and that's about it.